and I'm gonna explain to you what we are gonna be doing with this project with the iPads. We recently read The Sword in the Stone, and it's an actual play. We are recently working on Unit 3 drama, and we've decided to come up with this PowerPoint presentation. All kids will be in groups, and they will have to present a PowerPoint. Each slide is specific with the title, the image, based on The Sword in the Stone. They will have to give me the setting of where it took place. They will have to list all the characters that were involved in the play. They will also have to give me character traits on 4 characters of their choice. They will also have to include a plot chart. And at the end, they're gonna give me the description of their favorite part of the play. They will be figuring out the PowerPoint on their own. I have not gone into detail of how to create the PowerPoint. They are gonna have to figure it on their own. They have each other to help each other out.
PowerPoint on The Sword in the Stone. It's the story we read yesterday, and this is our guideline on what to do. And right now we just finished the setting and the title page. And we still have to find the characters, and then a picture of the characters, character traits, and the plot chart, and our favorite part of the story, and the PowerPoint.
So what's different from doing this project from other projects that you've done in this class?
Other projects we usually just do it on paper and present, but these ones are doing it on the PowerPoint, and then we're going to present it on the smartphone.
So how do you feel about doing this on your iPad rather than on paper?
I think it's better this way because we could get pictures from Google instead of drawing.
Some of the issues that we continue to experience while the kids are working on their projects with the iPads are the Skyping. We had some issues with students Skyping during work time with the iPads, and although we are very diligent when it comes to classroom management, it's very difficult to keep an eye on every student's iPad as you're working with groups. There's just no way to see everybody's screen at the same time, but that was one of the biggest issues we had. Another issue we had was airdropping, and that's a problem that we're having right now. As the students are working, they're constantly receiving these airdrop messages that drop down. And although we ask the students to turn off that feature at the beginning of class, again, you still cannot manage every student's iPad as you're trying to teach the class and work with students that are having other issues that they encounter.
One of the problems that I experienced while my students were working on this project was that they had to record a piece of their work, and unfortunately some of them have they've taken all the space of their memory on the iPad, and we would literally sometimes waste like 10 to 15 minutes trying to delete all the stuff that they didn't really need because it was just personal pictures that they would take, and they had to delete them, and then that wasted time for them to actually insert the recording that they needed to put on their presentations. So that was a big issue with the time management.
And as far as time management, it is very distracting when you have one student and then another student throughout the class come out with, I got an airdrop, and one says it and then the other student say it, and you just tell them, go ahead and turn it off. But it does take time, and it is distracting to the rest of the class.
And although we got Skype taken care of, they removed it, but it just seems like every time the kids are, smarter and they start finding all these other things. And so as a teacher, not only are you working to figure out how to best teach these students with the technology, we're also having to figure out ways to get them not to do it in class, how to deter them. And really you can't threaten to take them away because it's an item that they need to use in the class. A lot of our lessons are technology driven, and so you take a an iPad away and you're affecting their classwork. So it's very difficult to balance that. Parents have taken away iPads, and so therefore many students come to class without the iPad, and so that's another issue we're having, where some students have them not just because they're not responsible to bring them to class, but because they're being taken away because they're doing things with them they shouldn't be doing.